our Mint Mobile hotline question of the day. Do you guys want to hear yourself asking a question on the show? Well, you have an opportunity. Simply call the hotline at 951-268-4259. Leave your question in a voicemail there, and maybe you'll hear it read on the show. So, Jonathan, what's our Mint Mobile hotline question today?
Hi, John. Just first want to say that I'm a giant fan. I've been following you since I was literally in high school. So, yeah, my name is Anthony Hernandez. And I just want to ask that, what do you think the new Deadpool is going to turn out with Hugh Jackman being there? Because do you think it's going to ruin Wolverine's legacy that we finished off on Logan? Or do you think it's going to be untouched? That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot for saying that in. And you know what? I'm actually really surprised. Coming out of the glorious news of Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. It was a global celebration, Mankind came together. It was an amazing day. Now, out of that day, though, there will always be naysayers. And pretty soon I started seeing social media, a lot of people posting memes and whatever about they're ruining, they showed something of a Disney, except they put Disney exec over the face and they were literally dancing on a grave and they put Logan on the grave and they were like,
whoa.
People,
wow,
some people really
intense.
They went hardcore. They're really upset that this is ruining the ending of Logan and all this kind of stuff. And does this, because listen, people like me, I without hesitation, I believe Logan is a top 3 greatest comic book film ever made. And I still believe that today. And a lot of people cherish that film and are thinking, look, that was the perfect ending to this character. Is suddenly throwing him back out there in Deadpool 3 going to sully that legacy and ruin and take away that our last memory of Logan was this amazingly beautiful project of perfection. And I get that, but there are 2 big things to me, well, actually 3, that I want to cover here quickly. That why I don't believe Deadpool 3 is going to hurt or touch the legacy of Logan. Number one, as you know, Ryan Reynolds said himself in the second video, he said, Logan takes place in 2029, which is further in the future than what's happening, than the events of Deadpool 3 are going to happen. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is this. James Mangold, the director of Logan, always said that this is not really in universe. It's like the Wolverine movie takes place in its own kind of reality with some similarities to the X-Men films that we had seen before. And by the way, there was never any real continuity in the X-Men films. We always, of course, talked about in the hallowed halls of 20th century, chiseled in stone on the walls are X-Men, continuity, schmontinuity. And it was a philosophy that worked for them. But James Mangold, so the Deadpool we're going to see the Wolverine we're going to see in Deadpool 3, I think we have to start tuning our brains as not the exact same Wolverine that we saw in Logan. My third point is, even if he was, it's Deadpool. It's almost like saying they made a mockery out of Colossus in Deadpool. Did they make a little bit of a mockery out of Colossus in Deadpool? Of course they did a bit. Of course, he was awesome in it. But we all knew that's not the real Colossus. And this is a comedy. They opened the door in the mansion to see a bunch of the X-Men cast in it. Do we really think that was the actual X-Men? It's a comedy. It's a lark. So for that reasons and many more, I understand the question. I do. But I think there are several thick layers of insulation protecting the legacy of Logan, regardless of what happens in Deadpool 3. But that's just my take on it. Rob, this is a question we've kind of struggled with a little bit ever since the big announcement. How would you address the question?
I don't see how one affects the other at all. Logan is Logan. Mm-hmm. Just because there's another Wolverine movie with Deadpool doesn't affect. I'm not going to feel less moved. When Professor X shows up in Multiverse of Madness, I didn't go, oh, well, his death in Logan's been now negated by his performance as an alternate from whatever dimension, whatever universe 858 or whatever. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Does No Time to Die sully my memory of Roger Moore's James Bond? No. I think it's fine. But I understand. Here's the thing. I get that we are now living in a world where there is a continuity in people's minds. And just like I hated when Chris Pine played Captain Kirk. I'm like, there's one Captain Kirk. It's William Shatner.
Oh my
We
gosh,
saw
did
him
you
as-
find a Star Trek comparison here?
How rare.
But yes, it's the same thing. I mean, I think it's fine. Logan, nothing is going to diminish the power and the greatness of that movie, of Logan. Nothing. If anything, it'll bring a whole new generation of people into seeing Wolverine in a different way and bring I mean, if you're 8 years old and maybe your first experience is going to be, if you have good parents, Deadpool and Wolverine together. I
Little
mean,
baby Tommy, this is going to be his first Wolverine.
I mean, you've got a
double feature.
lifelong fan, and imagine when that poor kid gets to Logan. It's going to hit him even harder.
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think? Look, is there a possibility here though that and I'm not rejecting the question out of hand, but do you think there's a possibility here that Deadpool 3 could kind of maybe sully that legacy in the way everybody remembers the Logan character?
I mean, for certain people, sure. Sure. But also, you can just go back and watch that movie. You can go back and watch Logan whenever you friggin' want to, right? Ryan Reynolds is in talks to do a remake of Clue. If that sucks, I can always go back and watch Maddie Kahn and be like, oh, I feel safe. This is nice. If you've watched the relationship between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on Twitter just blossom over the years, how can you not be excited about this? How can you not want these two interacting with each other, potentially just murdering each other constantly throughout the film? I feel like it's going to be fun, and I don't think it's going to affect the heartbreak and the gravitas that we got from Logan, which is one of the best, if not the best, comic book film of all time.
By the way, if they don't do a riff on the AMC ad to promote Deadpool 3,
It's played out now because Saturday Night Live did it, Chucky did it.
Yeah, but they'll do it the
Deadpool does
best.
original fresh stuff. I don't see now that it's been done a bunch of times.
I just want to see it.
I mean, yeah, but it's a little tired now, even though I do like them a lot. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, obviously, everybody's initial reaction is, oh my God, Wolverine's come back and it's going to be in Deadpool 3. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds together. But, I mean, some people have some concerns about it. Do you share those concerns? Maybe you think that it's totally safe and isolated from that. However you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, we want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. And now for the plot twist. I'm just kidding, there isn't one. Seriously, Mint Mobile just has premium wireless service from $15 a month. There's no trapping you into a 2-year contract or opening the bill to find these crazy fees. There's no luring you in with free subscriptions to streaming services that you'll forget to cancel and be charged full price for. I used to dread opening my phone bill every month because every time I was opening it was like playing roulette. I never knew what the actual price was going to be, and it always seemed to get higher. But not with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or a family, and at Mint, families start at 2 lines. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And if you're worried about the complication of switching things over, don't. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your phone number along with all your existing contacts. So guys, get premium wireless from just $15 a month and no unexpected plot twists at mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Seriously, you'll make your wallet very happy at mintmobile.com/Campea.